everybody. Welcome to game 2 of Altitude Adjuster, day 1. Game 2 is Denver Roller Derby. And I know the scoreboard is going to say Peninsula Roller Derby, also known as CDG Supernovas UV. I'm going to run down some rosters here really quick. We're going to start with Denver's Bruising Altitude. We're going to have Scare Bear 03, Yolita Applebum number 0425. Homo Erratic, or Rat, is probably how I will refer to them. Number 13, Southern Discomfort, number 16, Bold Move Buttons, number 17, Miquadza Be Blazin', number 26, Brownie Darko, number 2806, Moose Definitely, number 35, Bria Afraid, number 357, NBD, number 422, D-Rex, number 60, Vinny, number 64, Miserable, number 777, Jet Set, number 8, Ghost, number 800, Cosmo, number 88, Grizz, number 919, Rue Guru, number 985, and today they're gonna be coached by Bricks, Gay, Leah, and was there one more? No, there was not one more. I couldn't remember if there was going to be another one today. There is not. All right, and then for Supernovas, Peninsula Roller Derby. I don't know why that says that. Supernovas today, we are going to have the Secret Cervix, number 00, Prince Sparkle Fists, number 1230, Lil Killa, number 13, Blink 1 Skate 2, number 182. Also, if I say anything, PRD and CDG are two different links. Yeah, I thought so. I'm not sure. If I say any of these names wrong, I apologize. Please correct me. Harley Sin, number 24, Gru Power 303, HD 36, Rex 37, Chuckit 48, Low Down Derby Shame 4864. We're getting ready to start. Sunny Days, number 5, Flamingo 564, Lieutenant Jan 603, Killer V 610, Hannah Morley 820, Zoetrope 86, Flower Power 9, Marinator 99, Tifa Knoxhard 9999, and the coaches that I see on here are R2, Hitzberg, Deadeye, and Cincy. Yeah, Supernovas is a mix, I believe, of a couple of different leagues, I thought. But Jam 1 is off, and it looks like we have Supernovas with Rex out there as lead jammer, and Bruising Altitude with number 13, Rat, and Rex makes quick of that lead jam on that inside line to pick up, and then picks up 4 points and calls it, holding Bruising Altitude to 0. And we are this is going to be a game, y'all. Okay. Also, if you weren't here for the first game, I am Skara. And I'm going to be here for this game, and then you get some new announcers after me. All right. Jam 2, we are going to have looks like Marinator for Supernovas out there to take lead jammer. And then we are Denver Bruising Altitude is going to lose Bria Freight to the box for an out of play out there up front. Cosmo is out, and it's going to pick up 1 point there in the back, and Supernovas is going to take 2 there. So that's going to bring Supernovas to 6 points, and Denver is going to have 1. Sorry, I'm messing with my mic for a second, so if it messes around here, just let me know. Yeah, I can't change the overlay over there because it is what it says by the NSO, so that's what they have. All right, so we got Zoetrope out there taking a quick lead, but we got Scare Bear that's hot, coming up hot, and then Zoetrope cutting through to pick up all 4 points and holding Scare to 0. Quick little note that I can think of, Zoetrope, I believe, is an aged up junior, but so is Bear, Scare Bear. So, man, let me tell you, the those aged up juniors, they're quick. Next up, we got Killer V for Supernovas and Rat for Bruising, and a 2-wall of Blazin and NB. We're gonna get a no pack up front, or a split pack, really, because Bruising had 2 players in the box, and now we're losing Blazin and then Supernovas. But Killer V made use of that there and took lead and picked up 4 points. Rat just getting out on their initial. We're getting to a skimpy pack here. That was a good hit out there by Flower Power, but they went out by themselves. But it looks like we've got, oh, hi, Diosa. Welcome to the chat. Supernovas picked up 8 and holding Denver to 0. So Novas have 18 and Denver is at 1. But we got a pretty full box over there. So we've got two Bruising and 2 Novas, Supernovas sitting in the box. One Supernova is standing. So we've got a lot of P's on there. So I think a lot of pack penalties over there, and a cut and a multiplayer. So we're gonna play with that. Doing crimes. Oh, the penalties, the crimes that we commit on this track. It's crazy. Do the crime, pay the time, is what I say. Well, some things that help us, you know, I don't know, the things that we do for the sport. Blaxel. Yeah, NB and Blazin looking cute in the box. You know, they look cute all the time. Look at it. They're over there. They be cute. They be cute. They're over there chatting. They committed crime together. It's fine. With this little tiny pack out here, we got Sunny Days versus Cosmo. Let's see what we can do with these two walls. And it's Cosmo out here for lead. And we're losing a Bruising blocker to the box, which is going to leave Buttons by themselves. Oh my Lanta. I'm losing what's happening. So Sunny Days Oh my gosh. I can't even keep track right now of what's happening. There's so many whistles, so many things. Hold on. I know, poor buttons. This is when you feel sorry for the penalty box. Literally, I don't know what's happening right now. Oh, Cosmo saved it. Nice hit, NB, out on that outside line. But then we're going to go to the box. I'm just going to, let's see. Supernovas has 12. Denver has 8. Cosmo is lead. But I think we're trying to clear the box right now, so we're gonna run it. Leah is saying just clear the box so we can calm down on these penalties. Now we're gonna call it. Let's see how this settles for a second. That was a really good hit out by Blazin. Yes, Blacksoul. All right, so how this is gonna settle after that jam. We've got 20 points going to Novas. That's a big jam. That's the biggest jam I've seen in these 2 games. And then 12 to Denver. We've got 1 blocker for each team. And then we've got Rex out for lead and Yo Lee out pretty quickly. And then we've got NB joining back from the box. And we've got some jammer on jammer action happening here. And looks like Yo Lee ended up winning that. And Rex said, nope, you get no points. All right. Here comes Rat out of the pack as lead jammer. And we got Marinator now out. Now that we've got 5 on 5. Rat hit to the outside. And Marinator is going to tiptoe around that outside and pick up all 4 points. That's going to be a power jam for Novas as Rat goes to the box for a high block. That's another 4 points for Novas. That was some good one-on-one at the top of the pack by the pivot buttons. Playing that nice little one-on-one chest-to-chest blocking. Able to at least slow up and not, slow down for another pass. And then we got Rats back in the pack, finally coming out and then picking up 4 points. While Marinator is stuck in that pack, sneaking back out and taking that 4 points for 16 points. We got, looks like 5 seconds left. Marinator is going to pick up 4 more points for 20 points on that jam. And that's going to be Rat's going to pick up 3, so a total of 7. That brings Supernovas to 58. Bruising to 20. Next up, we got Zoetrope and Scare Bear. And Novas are going to be down a blocker. Looks like we're going to take an official timeout. Looks like they're discussing things. And now they're dispersing to see what I think they needed to just get on the same page. Okay. It's always good to be on the same page. We see our beautiful Jane in the bottom of the corner of our camera. All right. And, you know, this is going to be one of my favorite Jammer matchups, to be honest. I really do like this Scare Bear Zoetrope matchup, and Bear has taken lead. And Zoe has gotten out and gotten 4 points. And we're telling Bear to call it. Take that 4, 4, 4. Is that what I see? No, 8, 4. Dang. I missed it. I got distracted. But I still think that this is going to be one of the better Jammer matchups because to me, you've got two, like I said, 2 aged up juniors. And they're both slightly like fearless, right? And fast. It's going to be great. I think it's going to be great. All right, next up we got Yoli versus Killer V. Yoli, Killer V. Awesome. I know, Adams, while I really do appreciate you subscribing, I apologize for all these ads. That's something that Twitch does that obviously I cannot control, but Denver appreciates it. Killer V is out for lead. Yoli did take off that star and is out on that stash, but that does force that call off for Supernovas, and they only picked up 2 points on that and did lose a blocker as well. So Gold Star Adams. You know, Adams, I'll just say it's for my voice. Not only will you hear my voice today, you'll get to see me skate later, and you get to hear me tomorrow, and get to see me skate on Sunday. So we'll just say it's because of me. Only because I'm self-obsessed. Just kidding. All right, we got Sunny Days out for lead, and Cosmo right at the top, trying to take that offense from Blazin'. Oh, Cosmo out on that outside, getting recycled while Sunny Days just sneaks on through, picking up those 4 points. Let me tell you, I knew I had seen Sunny Days somewhere, and then I saw I skated against Sunny Days at Y'all Stars. I did. That's how I know Sunny. Oh my goodness, putting 3 and 4 and 5 and everything together is insane. Star pass to Bruising. Get it. and Blazing's gonna pick up points. Oh, and take a high block. And Sunny Days is gonna call it. And Ice Blazing in the box next to, who else is in there? Oh, Bree Afraid. Bree Afraid. And we're gonna take a time out for Bruising Altitude. And while we do that, oh look, they changed the scoreboard. I love it. So we got CDG Supernovas at 84 with that last jam being 24 points. Denver Bruising Altitude got 3 points before Blazing went to the box, and that puts them at 27. Yes. Brain stopped functioning. But yeah, like I was saying, Sunny Days, I'm pretty sure played at Y'all Stars. So for anybody that's on here that knows Sunny Days, if they played at Y'all Stars, please confirm or tell me I'm wrong. But if they played at Y'all Stars, I'm pretty sure they played on a team that I played against when I play with Team Indigenous. Yeah, they did. Thank you so much, Geek. Yes, they played on JRD, and I played against them when I played with Team Indigenous. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. And I was like, why haven't I not seen you before? And I was like, but I obviously have. What is happening? Okay, so we got a power start for CDG with Rex, and they're out for lead. And Rex just ran over Miz up at the top of that pack. Nice two-wall and catch by Buttons and Miz. But that was fancy footwork by Rex. Let me tell you, those long legs, they are hop and hop and hop around. Some more hops. All right, catching back up with what just happened. So we just lost. We got a pivot pass, or a star pass, because Blazing came back out of the pack, and they passed the star to Buttons. And now we've got two tripods out there working. Rex got hit to the outside. That was a split pack. We're going to lose a blocker, looks like, from Bruising. So now Supernovas have, they're going to have a full pack, and we're going to have two blockers for Bruising. We've got two in the box. And our jammers are going to be Vinny Vici, and it looks like Marinator. Yeah, these penalties are killing us. Vinny, almost made it there on that outside, but was partially falling and got hit as they went. But Marinator took that lead, and Vinny got back up and made it through. And Marinator said, I'll take my 4 points and call it. But now Bruising did make it through to get one of their blockers out of the box. They still have one in the box, so now we have Bruising. I say we as Denver, I apologize. Bruising has 3 blockers. Novas have 4. And we're going to have Killer V versus Moose, definitely. Killer V is going to have a nice clear path on that outside to take lead. Moose did take that star off pretty quickly. Let's see if we get a pass or if it's just going to be a stash. Grizz, good work on that nice little slow catch there, forcing Killer V to switch from outside to inside. We got a tripod in the front, but got to let him go. And we're going to see a star pass to Buttons. That was a good pass. And a nice hit by Soko to the outside, all the way to our little partition wall here. And force V to call. All right, next up we have Sunny Days and Rat. Days is at the front of the pack, pushing on a 2-wall of NBD and D-Rex. And Rat's gonna do a little tippy-toe spin and take that inside for lead jammer. Now we got Sunny Days out on that outside around Bria. Nice little hop by Rat to pick up 4 points. And we're gonna run it since Sunny Days is stuck, and we have a full pack now for Bruising. And Days is gonna get hit to the outside, and Rat's gonna push through, pick up another 4. Looks like Rat's gonna get hit to the outside and recycle back in. And we're gonna lose a blocker to the box for Supernovas. Rat's gonna get hit to the inside, but have those 4 points in pocket and call. And that's the biggest jam yet. So they're gonna get 11 points for Bruising and 4 points for Novas there. That's going to bring us to Jam 15, and we're going to go into a Zoetrope Cosmo Jam and a 4-3 pack advantage for Bruising. And Cosmo is going to push this 3-wall, well, now to a 2-wall up at the front of the pack. Oh, that's a one-hand down Cosmo special, let me tell you. Sorry, she gets me, Cosmo gets me on that here in Denver all the time. So Cosmo's gonna take lead and fight another 2-wall while Zoetrope comes to the front, is now out on their initial. And Cosmo's gonna get hit to the inside. And Zoetrope's gonna do some pretty spins and pick up 4 points. And then we're gonna see Cosmo call it. But those outside refs didn't quite see Cosmo calling it quick enough for that late call. So Zoetrope did pick up those 2 points. And that's going to be, it looks like a 6-4 jam. So in favor of CDG. We got a Scare Bear out real fast, getting lead over Rex there. Bear's gonna get hit to the outside, and it looks like Bruising is gonna run it. Rex is at the front of the pack, but getting held up by Blazin'. Just enough for Bear to use that spread out pack between Denver and to get those get out, and we're gonna run it. We've got one blocker for each team in the box, and we're each team was a little spread out with those fast jammers. They were all trying to just like, I think, make contact with each of them instead of working together. So they're slowing it back down now. See if we can make some contact. And we're going to get a low block on Flower Power. And Bear's going to pick up those 4 points and make it out. But looks like D-Rex is going to get a forearm and go to the box. So we're back to a 3-3. And Rex is going to pick up 4 points. And Bear's going to do a nice little apex jump, get 4 points and call it. That was a hard-fought battle there. And we're gonna take a breather here, and each pack's gonna start down a blocker, and we're gonna restart. And we're gonna take Marinator and Yoli, and go from there. And that was a smart bench from Denver to run that long when we had lead. Take some points when we can. So that was good. Marinator is going to take lead on that one. That was a pretty good clear, but blocker penalty off that start. So now they're gonna be down a blocker. So is that, what's the question is it worth a blocker penalty to get that lead? That's up to you. Each team decides that. Yoli tried for a little apex jump, but didn't make it quite. So that's a 0 point jam for Bruising, 4 point jam for Novas, but they are down a blocker for the start. And we got a 4-3 pack advantage for Bruising altitude. And it's Killer V versus Vinny on that jammer line. Right? Buttons is good at clearing that whole track. You got Killer V up front pushing on NBD right now. That's some good chest-to-chest blocking, right? Slowing down. That was a good slowdown there. I think that's the longest I've seen it take Killer V really to get out of that pack for this game. And then a good star pass to Blazin. And some good offense being played by, who's that? Chuck it. Sorry. I need some more energy drink to get through the rest of my day. Barbie, when are you getting here? Also, yes, NB is great. All right, next up we got Moose definitely out for lead jammer, but here comes Sunny Days. Sunny Days, hot on Moose's heels. And Denver is saying, let's run it. First we want to try some USARs, and then we want to slow it down. And Moose is like, okay, I'll hit the pack. And then we're going to get a multiplayer block. And Moose is like, okay, I'll use it. So Moose is now out of the pack with 4 points. Sunny Days is pushing a tripod up at the front, and we're going to bridge it out. And then Sunny Days is out. Moose is on the inside line. Gets hit to the inside and is going to call it. And picks up 3 points. So that's going to be a 7-point jam for Bruising. Oh, yeah, Sonnet. Hi, Sonnet Boom. Yeah, they are amazing sunshine of humans. Oh, we have an official review. Oh, wait, who called the official review? Let me see what dot is flashing. Oh, CDG. CDG is calling an official review. Um, Ooh, Barbie, you're 2 minutes away. I'm excited. I wonder who are you? Oh, I probably don't know who you are in the car with, but I hope they're awesome. I mean, if you know them, they're awesome. Because you're awesome. Sunshine of Humans are amazing, and Moose and Sunny Days are Sunshine of Humans. They're speaking. They're nodding. One's drinking water because we must stay hydrated. We are in the mountains. We are high up in the sky. We are in dry weather. We are like fish out of water here in Denver. Literally, you get here and it's just like, where is my water? I am parched. You know, I'm supposed to be doing shout outs. I do like to shout out one of our amazing sponsors. We do have our current sponsor of 888 and 187 Killer Pads. As we talked about earlier, right? Well, a lot of us get crimes, things that protect us while we commit penalties that we shouldn't be committing. And we pay our time and look pretty, right? We commit crimes. We do our time in our penalty box. While we do that, we have to look pretty while wearing our 187 Killer Pads and 888 helmets. They look pretty. They got killer designs. That's all I know. And those Sisu mouth guards. They're pretty awesome. Designed with athletes in mind. Say goodbye to old, bulky mouth guards. Talk, breathe, and drink easily with Sisu. Let me tell you, I actually just bought a Sisu mouth guard for my child. She is 9 and she does jujitsu. And I was like, she has a tiny mouth and I need to get her something because she was doing jujitsu and another kid kind of like put their knee up and she like hit her chin on their knee and she was like, ow, my teeth. And I was like, oh, dentistry is no joke. And kids are already clumsy. Oh, shout out to the camera operator. That is Bash today. Bash is running the camera. Bash is doing amazing. We do the best we can. We want to have, luxury bone treatment is not cheap. Yes, I have a daughter. She does not, she is not like me, but, well, she is like me, but she is not as aggressive as I am. So she does solo sports. She did gymnastics for a while, and then she was like, I don't like this. So we put her in jujitsu, and she does like that. Took us a while to find the aggression, but she does like it. But yeah, we bought her a Sisu mouth guard because she chipped her, like, I was like, oh goodness, she's going to chip her tooth. And I was like, nope, So I got her that because I knew if we got her a bigger mouth guard, she was going to hate it. So right on the outside, but Rex on the inside with a twirl. And Rex got that lead. So Rex is going to call it and be like, not today, Rat. No points for you. Oh, that was pretty. Those two are both very tall and long-legged, and they both like the lines. They jam slightly similar, which is really interesting to see when they're matched up. Crazy. Also, yes, shout out to Blazin with her pretty nails. Thanks, Barbie. Oh, we got two blockers for Bruising right now. We got Buttons and Miz, and Cosmo is the jammer, but Marinator made it out of that pack. Oh, good job. Good hit by Buttons there, taking themselves out. But, you know, sometimes the sacrifice of blockers is just to, you know, slow down those, you know, jammers the best we can. And we got a star pass to Buttons from Cosmo. And then so Buttons is coming up and forcing that call off there. So we've got, that's a 6-point jam? Yes, sorry, 6-point jam for CDG. Yes, Homo Erotica is such a good name. For the longest time, I didn't know their full derby, like the full derby name, because I met them and they just go by Rat, usually at like practice or here in the dome. And I was like, oh. Ooh, it's a Zoe Trope Scare Bear jam. And Scare Bear is out for lead jammer. Zoe Trope is stuck in that wall up front. Got hit out by NBD to the inside and again on the outside. And NB got a penalty on that hit. I'm not quite sure. Oh, a forearm on that. And Bear is four points in, working on 8, and Zoe is working on 4 points right now, but had to recycle, is recycling again. And Bear is coming around, working on 12 points, and NB is out of the box, and oh, do we love out of the box offense? And there's 12 points for Bear. And Zoe is still stuck in that pack and just taking hit after hit. And has now taken off the star, either to stash or pass. We're not quite sure, but we'll see what happens. But has taken a hit out, and we're gonna call it. Bear says, yeah, it's enough. And we're gonna take an intermission, but not yet. We're going to take our 18 points, and then we're going to have an official review first from CDG. So I didn't hear last time. There was an official review by CDG earlier. I'm assuming that they won it, but I didn't hear anything. So I don't know what their official review was earlier. Just that now they're having a second one. So again, the assumption is that they won their official review earlier. That tells me if they have a second one that they obviously won it. Yeah, so is that Ursa gets it? Yeah, yelling homo across the track would probably be slightly weird. While if that is what Rat would ask for, I would do it, but I might be like, can I yell something different? Only because I don't want to, like, offend anybody. Yeah. Black Soul talking about Blazen's nails is the most Barbie thing ever. It really is. Black Soul, I am quite surprised that Barbie has not found me yet and screamed my name across the venue. Just saying. Because if Barbie was 2 minutes away and they have not gotten here yet and they have not found me, I'm highly surprised. They should have found me by now. Okay, they have dispersed, so we're going to say that that is Dunsky's. I, again, have not heard anything. So we are going to disperse for intermission. We will be back a little bit before halftime is over. I'm going to see if I can find out what that last official review was for and see if I can get some updates consistently on official reviews now and see how that will work and see if they don't mind coming and telling me so I can have better, or me or anybody else, and see, if we can have more information. Okay, awesome. Go take a break, drink some water, do actual work if you're supposed to be working. And then I'll see you back later. Okay, bye. All right, we are back. We got about 1 minute before the second half starts. We're excited. Excited. Throughout this next half, keep an eye out. Towards the end, I'll be asking for some fan favorite votes from each team. Every game this weekend, we are going to be giving out MVPs per game. Each team gets to pick a blocker and a jammer from the opposing team. But us announcers get to decide and listen to you all here in-house and at home on the Twitch stream for a fan favorite. So as we get to the end, because if you start sending them in now, I'll keep an eye on it, but no promises that I'll remember them throughout this second half, because I have a feeling we're going to see some fun derby. We're going to have some fan favorites. I know, this jam timer, let me tell you, I love this jam timer too. They're one of my favorites, one of my favorites. But yeah, so just keep an eye out every game. And towards the end of each game, shout out some fan favorites that you want to see to win an MVP. Oh yeah, Decider, that's her name. All right, 5 seconds. Here we go for that second half. We're off, and we've got Rex and we've got Rat. Rat's right out of the pack. And Rex is lead, and Rat was right behind. It's going to force that call off on Rex. Sorry. That's a nice start to this second half of the 0-0. And we're going to start. There's an immediate penalty there for, looks like Tifa going to the box for CDG. And we're going to have Cosmo versus Marinator. And Cosmo going up against a 2-wall there at the top of the pack. Marinator there in the back with an offense. Cosmo going to get lead. Here comes CDG offense trying to sweep on that outside, but Grizz cut through and said, no, thank you. And we got a star off, but Soko trying to slow down Marinator, and Cosmo's gonna try and go into the through the inside, but gonna call it off, but got all 4 points. So we're gonna take a 4-0 jam for Bruising. Get some high fives as we swap out lines. And we're gonna go Scare Bear versus Killer V. This is a different jammer lineup. And Killer V is going to take that inside and going to get that lead, but here comes Scare Bear. Oh, and Bear's going to take a cut. And that's a power jam for CDG and Killer V. And CDG, looks like they got D-Rex back here, stuck in the back of the pack. And V's going to come to the inside and then push. And then there's going to be a multiplayer going to Blazin. And V's going to call it before Scare Bear can be released. And they're going to put Sunny Days to the jam line. Jam line. For a jam start. And then we've got Blazin as the pivot in the box for Bruising. And Sunny Days is going to take that lead, and Scarebear is let out of the box. And Sunny Days is back in the pack, getting points, and is stopped. But here comes Killa to break up that pack for 4 points for Sunny Days. And Blazin is now out of the box. And there goes Bear on their initial pass. And Sunny Days says, all right, I got 8 points. I'm gonna call it. Thank you, Adams. Yeah, we've got an on-camera mic that we keep on kind of low to hopefully have like the whistles and everything that you can hear too, so that you can kind of hear that. And then I've got my mic. You can probably almost hear me too on the on-camera mic because it's to my right. So, all right, next up we got Yoli and Rex and a no pack. And that gives Rex a lead. And NB is going to go to the box for a forearm. And Yoli is going to get hit out. And then we're going to lose the pivot for Novas for a forearm as well. And then we're going to lose Bria to the box for bruising. I can for pack a P. I think that was something techie experts. You know, we really try. And then Novas, we lost another blocker. We're just, you know, cycling blockers to the box while Rex continues to get blockers are just gonna recycle to the box. That's what we're gonna do. Just gonna recycle to the box while the jammers just skate laps. And we're gonna start with a 3-3 pack. And a 5 seconds called by Decider. And we got Marinator versus Cosmo. Oh, Marinator's going to the box for a forearm. We've got a power jam for Cosmo. There goes Buttons to the box, just as NB comes out. Cosmo's still fighting that. Ooh. Still fighting, and then Marinator is out, which means Bruising has to relinquish their offense to set back up on defense. And Marinator is out, but cannot be lead because they should sing their calls. Well, thank you. That was a really good power kill by CDG. You are correct. And Marinator has gotten 4 points. And Cosmo got lead one and has decided to call it and picked up no points. They got hit out to the outside. That was a good jam, for CDG, killing that power. We got Rat up against Zoetrope. And we got an empty penalty box. That was a good hit out. I couldn't, thank you for calling that out, that it was Chuck. I couldn't see who it was. Oh. That's how I feel every time people start tumbling down like dominoes. It's just like, oh, no. Nice offense, Bria. Zoetrope is out for lead. And we're getting a little hitty and chippy out there right now. And Zoetrope is gonna call it. Oh, I'm sorry if I sing too much. I apologize. I try to just I think entertain myself. Like being up here as a stream announcer, this weekend we are sitting by ourselves. So I'm up here by myself. I have my camera operator, right? And I get to talk about Derby, which I love to do. Killer V is out and gets a power jam. It looks like Vinny got a forearm and gets to sit in the penalty box to decide how they would like to not get penalties anymore. And they're going to think about what they've done. And we're going to get a power start and have an official review? Yes. From Bruising. Bruising's A, which is Leah. It is hard to announce alone. I appreciate that. I really don't mind it because I feel like I talk a lot anyway. So last time I announced with Benandy, who you will hear later on this weekend. Benandy tends to announce with junior games and stuff. Love Benandy, but my ADHD brain sometimes overtakes that, overtakes things, and I am definitely a very big talker. So I'd speak over them. So announcing by myself sometimes is okay. Yeah. CDG Novas are from California. They, I believe, and correct me in the chat if I am wrong, are a mix of skaters from different littler, smaller leagues, or from all over California. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Greater Bay Area. They put a team together, things like that. I was trying to think. Sing forever. I announce with joy. I love roller derby. I've been playing for a very, very long time and just started announcing last year. And here in Denver, and helped put together our stream setup that we have here, and was really excited to do that. And so when I started announcing, I was like, yeah, I could talk about derby forever. So I do. I talk about derby here to all of you. You amazing people. 248 of you. I will just not look at that because that then makes me nervous. Naughty Pot. You're going to come out here and play the standbys in a few weeks? Yay! That's exciting. We love visitors in Denver. We have a great time. Oh no. What is happening? Looks like we have an additional person to the box. So we have added bold move buttons to the box. I'm trying to remember. Oh, standbys are going to you. Okay, awesome. Still, we love our standbys. And I can't remember what I is, but I'm assuming it's because Buttons is our captain, or is the captain of Bruising, and so they took the penalty. It's a captain penalty. That is a split pack. So we are going to lose. Bruising is going to lose Blaze into the box. They were calling a split pack, so they are going to get a pack penalty. And then Buttons is going to come out of the pack. Vinny. And then we're going to lose NB to the box. They look confused and dancing their way to their penalty. I'm going to wait until my little thingy. I know, so many viewers. I do appreciate it, though. I love how many viewers we have on our thing. All right, we got Scare Bear versus Sunny Days. And Sunny Days out on that outside line. Oh, I just saw Scare Bear fly off the screen over here. We got a two pack. And Sunny Days making great work of that. Picking up 4 points while Bear is still stuck in the pack. A clear inside line for Sunny Days to pick up another 4. I know, Booty Fet. All my friends, too. Maybe I teach them bad habits at practice because they're getting penalties like me. And then there goes Scare Bear. Scare Bear to the box on a cut. We have Blazin', Buttons, and NB on the track. Miz is in the box. Sunny Days got hit out by Blazin', but then back in the track. No pass, no penalty, so only picked up 3 points. Somebody else is going to the box. Oh, that's a CDG blocker. Bear is back on the track, but they took the hat off. But I'm pretty sure they had their initial pass. So the pass is, if they do a pass, we're going to have to be careful. Points. And they're going to go back to the box for a high block for that pass. I missed a lot of stuff too, Ginger. I'm confused. Bruising has 2 pivots, and we have 1 pivot now. And Rex is the jammer for CDG. Oh, good blocking by Blazin'. And CDG's blocker that was in the box is now released. Ooh, good job, Rat. Rat's our pivot. And then we've got a tripod, and Scare Bear is back out of the pack, or back out of the box, and was hit out. We got a pretty spread out pack here. And we're gonna get a power jam for Bruising. 1 hand down, and that's gonna give Scare Bear a power jam. Oh, thank you, Cots. Layovers is going to Wyoming, not standbys. They're going to enjoy it. 4 points for Bruising Altitude and Scare Bear, but we lose D-Rex and Bria in the process to the box. And then Bear gets hit to the outside line, and Rat and Blazin' are going to be our blockers. There's no pack. Sorry, I was like watching and got very confused of what just happened. All right, so we have a full pack for Bruising. It looks like we have a blocker that reported to the box for CDG, but CDG has a full box. So many crimes. So they must wait. So they have to skate. I have to skate. Blocker. So when somebody stands up, then they can go sit down. And then looks like we're going to have a Cosmo Zoetrope jam. Yeah. Yeah. And we do have a team timeout for CDG. Yep. It's going to be great. One day when you're not playing for 700 teams, let me tell you, playing for 700 teams is a chore. But isn't it so much fun? A score update after each jam for those of you. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. Yes. So right now, CDG has 206. Bruising altitude is at 97. I totally keep forgetting. I'm just like staring. So Cosmo is out for lead. And it looks like Killer V is still stuck in the pack. And Cosmo. Yep. So there is no pack. Oh my gosh. Cosmo's through for 4 points. Killer V is going to the box for a forearm. So that is a power jam for Cosmo and a wide inside lane for 4 points. And then we refilled the box. Yeah, there goes Cosmo. And we're going to call that jam and start on a power jam. So Bruising Altitude just picked up 12 points. And that's going to bring Bruising Altitude to 109 and keep CDG at 206. Yeah, penalty stats from this game. It's pretty brutal out there, Judy. I can't even keep track of that. Right now, there are 3 skaters sitting in the box. There are 2 blockers and a jammer. And yeah, I am very confused. And I'm pretty sure there is a blocker on the track that is a must report or must, no. They're switching somebody out. I think that is a 7 penalties, and they switched a skater in. So, yes. Yep. All right, so we just had a foul out. That was, I can't see the number now. They skated away too fast. I apologize. 4. They're skating away. So far, so fast. Something 6-4. Where is my 4864? Oh, low down derby shame. They got ask Zach Trace, he'll tell me. That's true. He is sitting right here. I can see the stats from here. Let me tell you. There is 1 foul out. There is an orange stripe on Bruising side, a yellow stripe on Bruising side. And on Nova's side, there's a couple that are almost yellow. That's all I can see from here. All right, so we've got a power start for Bruising, and it's Moose definitely. And with a little skip and a jump, we got a lead jammer for Moose. And still 13 minutes to go. Yeah, Ginger. It's stressful out here. There goes Moose. Go, Moose, go. Moose is going to be going to the World Cup with Black Diaspora. Here comes Killer V and a wide outside lane. And Moose just taking that hit and skipping through to that inside. Amazing. And here comes Killer V and shrugging off those hits, but Moose is just going to wait for the offense and is going to call it. And we're going to lose Blaze into the box for a cut. Inside line. Wait. CDG or BA skater that fouled out. It was a CDG skater. I apologize. Moose and Empire. Lots of penalties. You are correct. Ooh. I just saw somebody that turned red on somebody else's side, on Bruising side, I think. All right. We have Zoe Trope versus Yoli. And Zoe Trope at the top of the pack, hit to the outside. We are reforming around each jammer, but we're going to get a multiplayer given to Miz. And Zoe Trope's going to pick up that lead jammer. And Yoli is going to get hit to the outside, and Zoe's just going to go untouched, pick up 4 points. Yoli, oh, sorry, that was when a movable object hits an immovable object, it's you sit on down sometimes. It's crazy. And there was a star pass to Blazin. So Blazin's going to try and fight out of that pack. And Zoe Trope is just going to be patient. And there goes Blazin. And your third base coach is saying to call it to Zoe Trope. And I see a red stripe. And somebody's gonna have a 7th penalty. Let me see who it is. Oh, thanks, Yote. I appreciate you. Oh, timeout, Bruising. Looks like we are going to have a Rat versus Marinator jam. You know, I appreciate those that follow these rankings because I have no idea. Oh, 13 on CDG. That is Lil Killa. Lil Killa. They're doing great. Yes. You say crowd control is crowd control is awesome. Oh, thanks. Cinder for answering that. You were quicker than me. Also, I was being nosy. Nobody got. Oh, look. They're orange. We've got 3 people sitting at orange. 1 more penalty, and they are out. Marinator. Oh, Marinator is out. And there goes Rat with a little hop. Oh, Rat. The hunt is on. The hunt is on. Oh, they said, Marinator said, I can grab a point and call, so I'm gonna do it. So they did. Marinator picked up 1 point. We're sitting at 223 for CDG and 121 for Bruising Altitude. Next up, we've got Sunny Days versus Cosmo on the jammer line. And we got jumping back and forth. And we got Sunny Days. And looks like we're going to get a penalty going to 777 Ms. on Bruising Altitude. It looks like it was a forearm. And Cosmo took off the star for a pass and did. And there goes Buttons. Bold move Buttons with their bold moves. And Sunny Day's out for 4 points. And we get to see blocker Cosmo. And Buttons took a hard hit over there. We heard the crowd go, oh. That's usually how you know. Buttons is still stuck in the pack, and Sunny Days picks up another 4 points. But Buttons is staying on track, like in the middle, which is always nice. But then they get hit to the outside, so that's hard. Always want to try and stay on the track. Sunny Days making it out of the pack, picking up another 4 points. That's 12 points for this jam. And you've got Buttons. Looks like they're going to try and play a 5 blockers. As Sunny Days gets hit to the outside. And here comes Buttons to block and try and shut down more points. So Sunny Days picked up 2 more points on that pass, and Buttons picked up 4. So we're going to see 237 for CDG, 4 for Denver Bruising Altitude. And we're going to have Rex versus Vinny. And Rex is out first to get lead, but Vinny just gonna follow right through and just push past and say, no, not today, and force that call off. And we're going to just start with a new line. And we're going to see Moose definitely versus Marinator. Eminem. I'll laugh at my own jokes. Jammer on jammer violence. You know, sometimes that's the best. And we got a full pack. And let's see what happens. Got Moose on the outside, Marinator on the inside, and spinning around. But Marinator is going to pick up a forearm and go in hot to the box. And we got a power jam for Bruising Altitude. And Moose is going to take that lead. And that was a good hit to the outside line. And getting drug out, but then here comes Marinator out of the penalty box to finish their initial pass. And additionally, that blocker that had gone to the box is also now out to play some offense. So now Marinator is out. So Denver is going to try and pick up those points and call. And they do pick, Denver picks up 3 points, so that brings them to 128. CDG is held at 237. Hi, Chris. Welcome to the chat. And we're going to take a time out to CDG. Do 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 Yes. Within these last 4 minutes, please take some time to sorry, my brain stopped working. Please take some time to throw some fan favorites in the chat for each team. We are picking one for Denver Bruising Altitude and one for CDG. And each team will pick a blocker and a jammer to give an MVP to, but we also are picking a fan favorite. So, yes, throw those out there, and we'll post them to our social medias as we can. But let's get back to the action. We've got Rat versus V, and Rat got lead and is in the pack and calls it before V can come through. Rat picks up, looks like all 4 points to bring Bruising to 132. All right, next jam, we got Cosmo versus Zoetrope on that Skate Rats jammer line. And Zoetrope is gonna cut through the middle for lead. We're gonna lose, it looks like, is that TKO? Yeah, to the box. Cosmo out and Zoetrope picking up 4 points and calling. And that's going to bring CDG to 242. Denver at 132. Sonnet, we love Bench Dad Gay. Aw, I love Gay. Coach Gay is the best. All right, we got Sunny Days versus Scare Bear. Sunny Days out, but Bear right on their tail. And we're gonna lose. Who are we gonna lose? Oh no, we're gonna lose Bear to the box for a high block. And Sunny Days is gonna get through for 4 points in the power jam. Sunny Days also through again for 4 points. And CDG has now lost 2 blockers to the box, and Bruising is losing 1. We got Bear standing and now released and through. Good offense by Blazin there at the top, ready to possibly take that star, but did not have to. And Bear went to go jump that apex, but there was some whistles there. I was trying to see what was happening. So Bear picked up 4 points. Bria's out of the box. Blazin going back to the box. We've got, they're trying to get things situated. I'm not sure what Blazin got. Buttons is in the box. We got an official timeout. Blazin got a directional, but that would be Blazin's 7th penalty, and Blazin got 2. So that would actually be 8. penalties for Blazing on that. So Buttons is going to sit for Blazing's penalty. I believe so far we have had 3 total foul outs in this game. I know. Aw, Blazing. Cuts. Let me tell you. Buttons is a fave. A fan fave. D-Rex. Oh, Ginger. You have soft spots for aged up juniors and D-Rex. We love D-Rex, though. D-Rex is a fave, for sure. Dead-Eye Night, coach for CDG. We do like that. All right, we got Marinator versus Rat. Rat tiptoes. Rat's good. Oh, Rat got lead, and the person that hit them out did get a penalty. We have a 3-2 advantage for Bruising, and Rat is going to take that and fly literally over that corner. And try again, but that one didn't work. And then there's a no-pack situation. So now, yep, we're gonna run it. All right. So, I mean, we got 3 seconds left, and we're gonna take these 3 tripods, or sorry, 3 tripods. Oh my gosh, these 2 tripods. And Miz is going to come out of the box and play some. Oh, they went down. So we're going to take all 4 points. Good job, Rat. While Marinator is fighting this pack and trying to call it, but Marinator is not lead. I guess when you feel like you've been lead this whole game and you don't have it, you want to keep calling, but you can't. So, and that is game. That was a good jam. That was 16 points for Denver Bruising Altitude and Rat, and 12 points for CDG. So that will be 266 for CDG and 152 for Denver Bruising Altitude. That was an insane game. Insanity. Yeah, crazy. Penalty breakdown was insane. I unfortunately don't have the overlay. I will try and work and see if we can get that to be able to do that. But from what I can see, I will say, like I said, there were 3 foul outs. There were 2 people that were 1 away from fouling out, and 1 person that looks like they were 2 from fouling out, and quite a few that were like 4, that had like 4 penalties. So yeah, that was a lot. Awesome. Well, I saw some really good options for favorites on here. Thank you all so much. Our next game will start at 2 o'clock. I am out. I will not be announcing for the rest of today, but I personally will be back on tomorrow. We will have some new announcers starting at 2. So head back here and catch our next game, which I believe is Red Stick versus Rat City All-Stars at 2. I can't remember. I don't have my schedule on me. I'm so sorry. But yeah, thank you so much. We'll see y'all later.